What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about Apple's design philosophy and their approach to graphic design in general. If this video ends up being helpful, please like and subscribe to support the channel. So first I want to talk about Apple's logo and branding. The Apple logo is one of the most recognizable symbols in the world. It all started with the original logo designed in 1976 by Ronald Wayne. This logo showed Isaac Newton sitting under an apple tree. And while it was a nice piece of art, it wasn't a logo, and it was later replaced by something a lot more simplistic. In 1977, Rob Janoff designed the iconic Apple logo with a bite taken out of it. It initially featured rainbow stripes, symbolizing the Apple II's ability to display color, which at the time was a groundbreaking achievement. The bite was included to avoid making the logo look like a cherry, and it's also a visual way to symbolize the word bite. Over time, this logo has evolved into a much more sleek and simplistic design. Apple's branding is all about simplicity, elegance, and innovation. Their design philosophy is based on the principle less is more, and this is evident in their products, packaging, and even their retail stores. Apple's branding communicates a sense of premium quality and cutting-edge technology. In terms of logo design, Apple is one of my favorite logos, and I know a lot of people feel the same way, which is why Apple includes stickers along with its products. When I think of graphic design within the context of Apple, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Think Different campaign. This is one of their most famous campaigns. It was launched in 1997 and it was created by the advertising agency TBWA Chiat Day, and it marked a major turning point for Apple. This campaign featured black and white photographs of iconic figures who changed the world, such as Albert Einstein, Martin Luther King Jr., and Amelia Earhart, with the tagline, Think Different. It also included many other historical figures that challenged the standard ways of thinking. Apple's Think Different campaign was much more than advertising. It was a statement of their brand philosophy. It celebrated creativity, innovation, and the idea of challenging the status quo. This campaign helped to re-establish Apple's brand identity at a time when they truly needed it. The TV commercial for Think Different was narrated by Richard Dreyfuss and featured the famous Crazy One's speech. This ad did not feature any of Apple's products, but rather it focused on the ethos of the brand itself. It resonated deeply with audiences and is still considered to be one of the greatest advertising campaigns of all time. And also, the posters are highly collectible. If you've ever jumped online to try to find one, you'll pay a pretty penny for it. Okay, now let's talk about Apple's advertising strategies. Apple ads are known for their simplicity, elegance, and emotional appeal. They focus on the user experience and the lifestyle that comes with using Apple products rather than just the technical specifications. Quite possibly Apple's most famous ad is the 1984 commercial, which ran in Super Bowl XVIII. It was directed by Ridley Scott, and this ad introduced the Macintosh computer and portrayed it as a revolutionary product that would change the world. It was bold, dramatic, and unlike any other ad at the time. And it's crazy to think how popular it was, considering that it only ran one time in the mid-80s. Long before YouTube, which allows people to watch it over and over again. Unless they were taping the game, they did not have immediate access to it. And it's very interesting to me that this commercial for a product didn't even show the product. Another iconic campaign for Apple, which is also my favorite, is the iPod campaign. These ads featured silhouettes of people dancing against vibrant backgrounds with the white iPods and earbuds standing out. At the time, all music players as well as their headphones were black. If you had white earbuds, it was clear to everyone around you that you owned an iPod. The iPod was the first Apple product that I ever owned, and I remembering at the time having no problem dropping $400 on this thing. When I walked out of that Best Buy, I felt like the coolest guy on the planet, and that's the power of Apple marketing. This campaign was visually striking, and it conveyed the joy and freedom of listening to your music on the go, which of course was something you could do at the time, but with tons of limitations. I mean, we went from the ability to carrying a few songs with us to carrying our entire music library. And this is something that Steve Jobs would call a quantum leap at the time. This campaign was incredibly successful, and it helped to establish the iPod as a worldwide phenomenon. After all, Steve Jobs did make an excellent point with music. He said, "We all love music." And so this was a product that everybody could show their support for. Apple's advertising features a clean, minimalist design aesthetic that puts the focus on the product. The Get a Mac campaign is another great example of this. These ads featured a friendly competition between Mac and PC, personified by actors Justin Long and John Hodgman. The ads were funny, and it highlighted the advantages of using a Mac over a PC in a very relatable way. They were always funny and poking at the competition a little, but the end of every commercial really did make you think. Beyond these iconic ad campaigns, Apple continues to strive for clean and minimalist designs in their current ads. Ads for the iPhone, iPad, and MacBook focus on the seamless integration of hardware and software, the sleek design, and the user-friendly experience. Johnny Ive, Apple's former chief design officer, played a crucial role in shaping this aesthetic. His emphasis on craftsmanship and attention to detail has left a lasting legacy on Apple's design language. Apple is a company that I continuously look to for design practices. After all, I love Swiss design, and Swiss design is at the heart of everything that Apple does. Sometimes if I'm hung up on how to do a layout, I'll go straight to apple.com and see how they're doing it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.